welcome to Let's Talk Knights. I'm your host Cameron. I hope you've had all a great off-season, but it's now time for the Yorkshire Cup and pre-season. This is going to be my preview of the Leeds Knights versus the Sheffield Steeldogs. This time we are away from home for our first pre-season game of the season. This is going to be interesting to see where our team is, since we've got a lot of youngsters coming through on the defence and the offence. So you've got the likes of Barden coming in, James, Hodgkinson, Hemel from our side. The point of view, then you've got the experienced Sheffield Steeldogs in Hewitt, Bammer, Bonner, Bissonette. You've got the likes of, in defence for Sheffield, you've got the likes of Adams, Bell, Haywood, Kirk, Smith, all quality on their day. It's going to be just to see who's got the more oomph, I guess, in pre-season. It's always just the start of a season, so you never know how it's quite going to go. From what I saw on the Monday's training, we're looking good. We're looking ready for the challenge. But this Sheffield Steeldogs team's been around for so long. Like I say, they're experienced. They've got the team there, ready to compete for another league and cup. Vice versa, we have a young team that's ready to rumble, ready to get into plays, ready to hit, wants the puck, looks ready to battle ourselves. And so it's exciting times from a Leeds Knights perspective. But if you're looking at a Sheffield Steeldogs perspective, you're not sure what you're coming up against. As last season, I guess Sheffield sort of knew what Leeds Knights team they were coming up for the battle, full of energy Leeds Knights, which we will this season, clearly. But quite a lot of new players in this Leeds Knights side. So Sheffield are not going to know what to expect. Do I think we're going to get the win out of this game? Possibly. It's depending. Like, from what I saw on Monday with some of the youngsters, and our experienced heads also help with Brown, Shudra, Haywood. Brooks has come in from being an import as well from abroad. So just time will tell if we can go and get that win at Sheffield, or if we're still a little bit too raw. But we do want to go and win the Yorkshire Cup. Any team wants to. Hull, Sheffield and Leeds want it. You want to win something before the season starts. This is the perfect opportunity to show and showcase your talents of all players in both teams. You just showcase that they need to be in that team on their lines. And that's hard training and commitment. But we do need to see a display from Brown. First game in. We see that he's still got it. He's still our star man. I believe so. I believe now he's got the captaincy as well, which is nice to see. I think Zajac will be his assistant captain, but I'm not so sure on that. Hopefully Brown is going to be our captain, and Zajac's going to be assistant, because I know sometimes Zajac works, etc., so that sometimes gets in the way, but it's nice for you as assistant captain still. So yeah, it's just a short preview. Do I think we'll win? I think it'll be a tight. I don't think it'll be one side. I think it'll be a tight affair altogether. But to say that we win, I don't know if we win against this experienced Sheffield Steeldogs side. When I look at it on paper, they're a little bit stronger. But I'm going to be optimistic and say we'll win. I don't know. I'm going to say 3-1. Potentially, we could win 3-1 if we keep a good defensive core. If Hazeldine's playing. And some of the other defensive, like Hodgkinson, looks good. So we don't look too bad in that department now. We look very solid. So yeah, I'm going to go 3-1 Leeds Knights win away to Sheffield. And I've also got the Hull preview coming as well, which will come out at the same time as this, because they're both back-to-back games. So I'm going to release videos at the same time. But I thought I'd just tell you on here anyway, why not? And also, we've got the Knights podcast, where I've just released my top 5 forwards, defensemen and goaltenders. I've gone for more of a youthful youngster lineup. I've put a couple of oldies in there, but it's mostly youth players that are coming through the NIHL, which is, if you just want to give it a listen and see what players are coming into the league and doing well, give that a listen. That's on Spotify under the Knights podcast. And I hope you can join me again on Let's Talk Knights.